Wow. It's simply amazing how good Jaden Daniels is playing right now. Like, he's a generational talent, man. He got this offense under his control. The dynamic between Cliff Kingsbury and him is just simply amazing. I don't think the world is really paying attention to what he's doing. You see it, but it's the details that let you know what's really going on. Let's talk about it. In my opinion, Jaden Daniel has the Washington Commanders, a top 5 team in the NFL. They're the best team in the NFC, in my opinion. Their defense is the only question mark. That's the only place where they're vulnerable at, you can say. But let me say this. They will only get better. I trust in that defense. They got good players on that defense. And you know what they say? In the playoff, defense usually travels. All they got to do is get that defense going. Help out your generational quarterback. And this team going to be fine. Let's talk about their defense. Their defense consists of Clinton Farrell. This guy was an absolute beast at Clemson. Was drafted by the Raiders. Things ain't work out. But he's a stud. Just give him some time. You know, they're adjusting to Jaden Daniels too. You know, either he's putting up points on the board. You know, so that defense don't be getting the rest that time. You know, because they when they score. You know, sometimes defenses have to adjust, man. This defense just getting together for the most part. You got Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne. They were stars at Alabama. Stars. Once them two boys start collapsing that pocket, man, watch out for this defense because they are very capable. And they still got Dorrance Armstrong and Bobby Wagner, your linebacker. He's a future Hall of Famer. You got Frankie Louvu. He's nice. 15 tackles on the season, if I'm not mistaken. They nice. They just got to come together. And once that happens, look out for the Washington Commanders, man. Let's go to their secondary. Their secondary is okay, in my opinion. They got Emmanuel Forbes, Michael Davis, Benjamin Justy, and Jeremy Chin, and Quan Martin. They okay. They just got to come together and start helping out the offense because they very capable. In the next coming years, most of their draft picks should be going on the secondary to improve. They need some depth there. Look out once they get it done, though. Let's go to Cliff Kingsbury. Let's talk about him, though. He needs a round of applause. You know, because people said when he failed in Arizona that his style wasn't going to translate in the NFL. That's a college style. But boy, he's proving everyone wrong. Check this out. He's only doing what he was supposed to do in Arizona. You know, he failed the first time. You know, sometimes that second chance is all you need. And he done took advantage of it. You know, when you look at Jaden Daniels, that dude got one of the quickest releases in the NFL. That helps out a lot. That helps out a lot because everything the Commanders do is by design. Let's talk about it. Their scheme is nice. The scheme nice, but their offensive line not really good. The fact that they went multiple weeks without punting the ball, I think that's a glaring positive sign. Think about it. When your offensive line not good, you have to punt the ball more than you should. And the fact that they didn't punt for a couple weeks, man, I'm telling you, that shows you that the system is working. He's got enough time where he can make plays. Let's talk about it, though. I did some research, and here's what I found. I found that their offensive line is the 8th worst offensive line in the league. That's awful. But that shows you the brilliance of Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels. You know? They got Jaden Daniels looking like a 10-year vet with a shaky offensive line. You got to pay respects to that. But here's where the brilliance comes in in this scheme that they run. The Washington Commanders are 29th in motioning players before the snap. Think about that. Most teams in the NFL, they use motion to figure out what the defense doing, to figure out if they run a zone or man. Not the Washington Commanders. They making it easy for Jayden Daniels. They telling Jayden Daniels this: we don't care about no motion. Line up and we're going to run the play. Because this is 2024. You know, most teams disguise their defense. So all that motion, all that going to do is really confuse your young quarterback. I'm guessing Cliff Kingsbury noticed that when he was in Arizona with Kyler Murray. You see, like I said, that second time is all you need sometimes. You know, when players go in motion, it's too much to worry about. A quarterback has to process a lot of information all at once and fast. And through 4 weeks, Jayden Daniels have been a top quarterback at processing information when I pay attention to film. Cliff is telling Jayden Daniels, look, trust me, and I'm going to bring you to where you need to go. This team is going to get to where we need to go. Because look, Cliff Kingsbury is playing a numbers game. Did you know that 80% of the NFL defenses play zone? They only play man-to-man 20% of the time. And did you know on second down, 80% of the time, teams play man-to-man or they blitz? By knowing this information, you can game plan accordingly. You got to run plays that going to beat the zone most of the time. And when you have the opportunity one-on-one, which is going to be a few times, your skilled players must win their one-on-one matchups. And that's what's been going on. Because this offense is nice. Terry McLaurin and the rest of them boys are nice. Zach Ertz, Noah Brown, Olamide Zaccheaus, they nice. And you got Luke McCaffrey. He's the X factor on this team, in my opinion. You already know. Football bloodline. He could do a little bit of everything for you. I'm telling you, man, this team is nice. By Cliff Berry knowing the percentages, he just got the right plays dialed up. Jayden Daniels is a rookie. It ain't that much film on him yet. So that means the Washington Commanders are ahead of the curve. All they got to do is keep this train moving. And I'm telling you, man, this team could get somewhere in the playoffs because they got a beautiful system. It's just beautiful, man. We ain't even talk about the running backs yet. Austin Ekeler, who come over from the Chargers. You know what I'm talking about? Brian Robinson, Jeremy Nicholas. That's 3 dual threat running backs. Austin Ekeler got good hands. You don't know who gonna beat you. All Jayden Daniels has to do is read the safeties. You know? All he gotta do is read the safeties. The safety is gonna tell you what defenses are in most of the time. Them RPOs and screens, they be lighting you up, man. This team is built to get 5 yards a pop, running it or passing it. This team is explosive and aggressive, but they smart. And not to mention, Jayden Daniels, he could run with that ball too. He's a smart runner. You know what I'm talking about? His confidence is growing week by week. I'm excited to see how far this team could go because their next couple weeks is going to be tough. The 2 games that they struggled in, the game against the Giants where they were held without a touchdown, they're going to be playing defenses that were similar to that. Teams that got defenses like the Bucs. You know, coming up, they got the Giants, the Bears, the Ravens, and the Steelers. All them teams got good defenses. If Jayden Daniels could come out of that 3-1 or maybe even 2-2, that would be a win. But if he come out of there undefeated, boy, we may have a next great one on our hand, folks. The Jayden Daniels legend. For real. Dude is legit, man. I've been a fan of him ever since his days at LSU. I am from the South, so I know about this guy more than other people. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.